Hello, hello everyone. Do you like my shirt? It is July 24th at 4:20 p.m. I did not time that. And this is the Ascension Diaries Energy Update Show, the daily show. Welcome back to all of you, and thank you to all of you who are new. My hair is just getting all types of wild. Okay, so I have some updates for you, and first of all, I wanted to show you something exciting and fun. And for those of you who know, my partner Jace, he is quite active on Instagram, and he is a, I guess a DJ is the correct word, but he's, doing lots of fun stuff. And today he posted this video, and he just had a sighting, and I wanted to share this with you and get it on the show because obviously him and his dad were outside and this giant thing was moving around behind the tip of this cloud, which was really, really cool. So if you guys want to see it, you can find his Instagram. It's cosmic.origins. And if you want to check out his music, his link is in here as well. If you like shamanic, cosmic, techno music mixes, he's very talented, and I just want to shout him out because I can, and it's my show. And we'll continue moving forward because I have some updates for you, lots of fun stuff. So let's get into it. First of all, I wanted to remind you that I have moved my services from my website to the Facebook page. You can just book them here. I'm offering also a 30-minute session, which is just $20, so you can book that if you just want a little tiny session with myself, nothing too big, not big commitment, helping me, helping you, helping me, helping you. You can also do a full healing session with myself, a one-time session, or there is the link option here and it's going to redirect you to the Patreon, but for the monthly work that I'm doing with 22 people, I have about 14 spaces available still. But it's filling up fast. I just opened this up a couple weeks ago. So it's basically if you are a light worker and a starseed and you want to get your journey on the way and you want some support from somebody who has experience in doing that and training, and I can help you. I can help you on many different levels. I can channel in information about your path. We can work together on setting goals for moving forward in your path, and we meet every month, so someone to hold you accountable is always wonderful, and that's what I've been training to do, and I'm offering that service to all of you. So let's move into the energies for today. So we did have a blast earlier today around around midnight. So we had it, of course, in the middle of the night, North America. The blast only hit around a 31 for those of you keeping track, but this is the energy that we've sort of received. The Earth resonance song got a little louder last night. This is what it looked like. Compared to what we were dealing with the day before, it's not as potent, but still, it's coming in every single day. And I'm going to show you that some of this was connected to solar activity, and there was a disturbance during that same time in the geomagnetics, which is more of an indication that this was because of the solar activity. We can look into the solar wind, and you could see again that it just went boom, and it jumped up about nearly 200 kilometers over the average, which is quite the bit of a spike, just instantly having all of this new wind coming through. So a lot of us have been going through a bit of an uncomfortable day, and some of us are really riding this energy because of this is where, this is sort of where you realize, these are the big days where you realize that you are feeling these sort of things when these big solar wind blasts comes in, and for some people it energizes them, and they realize they're having a really high vibratory day because there is a lot more energy available for us to work with and use and move through our bodies, because that's what we're supposed to be able to do. And those of us who have things that most of us, and those of us who had things to clear today and had the time and divine whatever Some of us were really purging today. So we have the dichotomy. Some people were feeling a lot better. Some people were purging just before this was coming in, which is also a thing I've noticed. When it starts to dip like this, people like are feeling that sort of anticipation and that pressure before the solar wind really starts hitting and starts integrating with the resonance of the planet. So we had that activity to report. You can see that the x-rays got a little extra wonky and a little extra fun as well, and the electron flux. So this was sort of what I'm talking about, where it was the calm before the storm. This is where it was like it broke from the activity we've been seeing, which most likely was coming from the sun, but more obviously we are getting solar wind, so this makes more sense to me that we again got this activity in and the electrons got a little extra wild. Electrons, you know, come from the sun. But a lot of other sources too. Its energy is freely available and flowing and pulling and pushing around all the time. There is a method to the madness though, just as what I've noticed from my studies and research. I wanted to show you another source for the Schumann resonance, just give you an idea of yesterday's sort of activity. Again, this is Alberta, the one that's winning right now with the amount of energy coming in. We have Lithuania is in second place. California, Saudi Arabia has just turned off their station. It seems like the same sort of deal that's happened with Alberta station. So who knows, as soon as Saudi Arabia turns back on, maybe their readings are going to be the highest. So this is an interesting thing. We're going to watch. We're going to watch for it. And the otherwise the line graphs to show you the 6 different locations, they've all really steadied out. Alberta has come way down from where it's been, and everybody's hanging around in the 100, 200 power range. So this is the power of the Schumann resonance, how loud it's playing basically. This is what we're dealing with according to the data. So we have a lot of lightning going on. This is a real-time graph, and again we're having a lot of lightning going on throughout the whole United States, and it's crazy actually how much lightning is going on. Seems like all of the activity that was happening in Europe is now things have shifted on the planet. There's a lot of influx of plasma and lightning and bringing disturbances in the field over in the United States and in, I guess Ontario, I guess is the proper term. This is, you know, Eastern Canada, slightly Eastern Canada. And yeah, clearly you can see there's a band here of activity going on, and then just a bunch in most of the United States and all the way down throughout Mexico. It's just popping out there for lightning wise. So I'm surprised actually that we'll see how the Schumann resonance graph does for California, but they're at a 126.5 today, and we'll see if they get higher readings because they're clearly getting a lot of lightning in that area. I don't know exactly where their station is, but it's the only station that we have from the United States to track. And the earthquakes again have also been very intense. So the intensity of energy and the movement and fluctuation of energy on the entire planet has been quite active today, which is pretty cool. And we have a lot of we have a lot of information coming up through over by Oregon, which is interesting. This is not where we're usually seeing quakes, and you know, all throughout the United States. So we're having all these storms going on and some earthquakes coming through out of Oklahoma and, you know, Nevada, Southern California, up in Washington there was something 2 hours ago. In Montana there was some info. So there is some serious movement going on. There's a lot of stuff that happens as well that have, you know, you can go into the more secret side of things, this whole secret war that's going on where they have a lot of underground, like the earth is a honeycomb earth. There's stuff underground. There's civilizations underground that you can look it up if you want. It has been talked about for decades and decades, and the science is all there. There is, you know, military bases that are underground for many, many reasons, scientific reasons, and also, you know, for security reasons and lots of other things. And there's a lot of reasons for what people are doing. It's very well thought out, but it's it's being transmuted to be more of a benefit to the collective. So I'm curious, and also for those of you following, QAnon started posting again today, which is interesting again. So a lot of movement going on. The collective consciousness, the planet, the energies, they've just really picked it up a notch for today. So today is a really fun day. This is the latest I've done a show, and so I was just doing so much work and emails and catching up and personal stuff. So, I'm getting to it now. There's a reason why it's happening right now. Let's look at the global consciousness graph, and I'll show you. It's been mostly in the green and yellow range today, so everything's been going pretty well. Despite all of the crazy activity, the collective consciousness seems to be in quite the normal range, and we actually had a really good morning, at least North America wise, where everybody was feeling pretty nice today. So please let me know how you were feeling today. Let me know if you noticed anything. Let me know if you had any sightings or anything fun and exciting. I always love to hear it. And the dot doesn't want to load for us. It's a gray dot today. Just kidding. Come on. Okay, we're in the green. So green dot, everything's good. It seems like, East Coast just a couple hours ago, people are getting home from work. A little bit more chaos. Everyone else is starting to get home from work, but we're still in a green. So we're doing okay. Everybody's doing pretty good today. Compared with the amount of energy flowing around, I'm surprised to see how even kilter everyone has been collective conscious wise. Just a couple stories. Again, I just simply searching world news. I'm not seeking out anything in specific. I'm letting it sort of show up for me and see what I'm being shown. And we got talk about all of the dang nuclear weapons in the world and a picture of Putin, which is great. That makes everybody feel so wonderful. Wildfires in Greece and dozens are dead, which is, wonderful news. Again, I'm being sarcastic, but it's just, wildfires of course happen, but we don't even know. Like, this is the thing. People can say that people are dying. People can say that all of this is happening, but we don't actually know. Unless you're seeing it with your own eyes, there is so much corruption and distortion in all of these stories. You really don't know if this is even true. You don't know if this is a picture of Greece. You know what I mean? We don't know unless you're standing there. And I have a Greek friend call me up and be like, yeah, my friend died in this fire and his whole family and those sort of things, which I hope I would never receive such a call. But I'm saying that I have lost complete trust in all of these stories, and I encourage you to sort of I just not encourage you, but I just want you to know that I feel this way, and it's okay to feel this way and hold that vibration too, because it's irresponsible to have this sort of information put into the collective consciousness, and we are taking the responsibility back. And again, this no good things coming out. 3 out of 3 bad. It seems like, unless those Brexit donors paying thousands of dollars to a government, this is just a bunch of nonsense again. So 3 out of 3, not so great energy. We're transmuting that, and I'm sending love to all of these stories and to all of them, the people who are reading them, putting my 2 cents in this sort of way, through all of us sort of connecting our minds right now. And let's see, we have Mercury retrograde coming in a couple days. People freak out with Mercury retrograde, but we have a few more days of forward moving action, and then Mercury retrograde hits, where there's going to be a bit of a pause, and electronics might be having a little bit of an issue. Decisions that you're making, not necessarily the easiest to do on Mercury retrograde, but there's a reason why we have this cycle of breaks and pauses, breaks and pauses. We're like stepping, it's jumps, because you have to rest. So it might be just a bit of a rest time for these things, and giving yourself that permission to take that rest. And so you can push forward super hard when it goes into direct again. And then we have the lunar eclipse the next day, which is a huge, huge, huge event, and I'm really excited. Obviously, all the eclipses are very exciting, big portals for awesome stuff to happen, and a lot of transmuting of the darkness to happen as well. Today, we have a tarot card, which I'm excited about because shout out to my friend Ryan. I had a reading with him last night, and he got this card 2 times. And so now, dun, 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 we have time number 3. So this card is for the collective today, and it says, you've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts are available, and you continue to move forward. So for those of you needing that encouragement, I have been receiving this energy at the last 24 hours. So this is a good validation for me as well that this is a big deal. New partnerships, contracts. I did just accept a position at this liquor store that I was telling you about, and we'll see. But as I'm walking in there, I'm realizing that there are star seeds working there, and I can see the light coming out of the eyes of the people I'm talking to, and I'm like, okay, I am here for a reason, and I understand, and I'm excited to be like, hey, so tell me about your dreams. What's that tattoo about? Do you resonate with aliens? Do you have any crazy experiences, any psychic experiences? Like, what's up? And I feel like there's going to be a lot of downtime to get to know these people and talk to them and do a little bit of light work and waking up and healing and helping. So I'm excited about that. If whatever occurs in these next few days, and if the timelines are shifting, which they very much can because of all of this energy happening, so be it. But I'm at peace with this, and for now. So that's an update on myself for that. Again, thank you all very much for joining the Patreon page. You can become a patron simply by going to the link, and you can donate any amount, or you can sign up for the monthly one-on-one counseling that I was talking about earlier. Someone keeping you accountable and helping you reach your true potential as a light worker, as a starseed, as your best self. And I want to be able to share all of those crazy experiences and life experience and abilities that I've been developing and working on for this reason. I want to share them with you because I want you so badly to step into your power and just feel amazing, because I want that for everyone, and that's why I'm doing this, because I want it for myself too, and I just want the heaven on earth, and I'm doing what I can with my powers and why I've come to this earth to do it. So I appreciate all of you. There is 15 spots available, and you can custom pledge any amount. And if you've been reading the thing up top, we are having a live stream on the 30th of July, and that information will be in the description. It's up there. Also, there's a Facebook group I opened up. It's a closed group, but it's a Facebook group for those of you who've pledged and those of you who are considering it and want to be part of the group and bringing the community together. I'd encourage you to look up the Facebook group, because we're bringing it together. We're going to be doing meetups, things like that. It's all in the works. It's all coming through. It's all happening. So thank you all very, very much for being here. Again, I love you with all my heart, and go out there and raise your vibration. I will be here next time. So I love you, and goodbye, angels.